Hi there, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. If you would like to see some of the customizations we're doing to this RV hauler named Shadow, such as boogey lights, custom sheepskins, new electronics, join us in this video. This video is all about customizations. Join me. Well, thanks for sticking around. I'll try to show you some different interesting things here today that we're doing to this RV hauler. This is a Volvo Model 780, so this has got a really big sleeper on it. And we're honored that U.S. Marine Jermaine has chosen Shadow to be his base camp. So it's a mobile base camp. He's going to be using this for some of the security work that he does. And when he's traveling across the United States, he wants to be able to have something comfortable, pulling his fifth wheel as well. And so this has been designed with kind of two objectives in mind. Jermaine likes things to be really tidy, really neat, and sharp. As well, he's looking for functionality. So I'm going to show you a few things that we're doing here today. Let's start with window tinting. Jermaine is going to be in some warmer climates at times, and something that he appreciates personally is window tinting, just to keep a little bit of that heat under control. So what we've installed is on the inside of the driver and passenger side windows is a 30% tint. We've also matched the same tint on the smart car. So Jermaine has chosen to take one of the smart cars that we have in stock. It's a nice kind of a black and silver gray kind of colored smart car, which will be loaded here on the bed. So we've done the tinting on the smart car as well. Let me show you that. Well, doesn't that look good? So we went with the tint on all but the front windshield. That's going to look nice and sharp on the back of Shadow. So there you can see the difference in the tint between the front windshield and the sides. Let's go see something else we're doing on Shadow. Let's head back there. Sometimes we do things because it makes us happy. And what Jermaine said is going to make him happy is he wanted to have two horns on Shadow. He wanted the very nice polite horn. There's a set of buttons on the steering wheel. Down towards the bottom, you hit that little horn button. It goes hee hee, kind of like your car horn. There's the central activated horn on the steering wheel, which is how can I say this politely on YouTube? I really can't say it politely. Get the heck out of my way horns, also known as train horns. So we've installed those pointing down right underneath the driver's seat here. If he needs people to know that he's coming, he'll be able to do so. Jermaine also wanted some camera upgrades. Oh, that's crooked. Let me fix that. There we go. So Jermaine wanted to have installed flush in the dash, which I'll show you, the cab cam system. So I'll take you inside and demonstrate that to you. But here's the one that's overlooking the hitch location. It is an agricultural grade camera, so it's something that'll last. It's meant to be out in the weather. It's mounted on a 90-pound welder's magnet. We've also left lots and lots of cable here, and the reason is at times you may want to take that and point it down towards the bumper pull location. So if you're ever backing up and hooking up to, a boat trailer or utility trailer you might be hauling, you're able to use that camera in the other position. The other thing I like is these are all really amazing weather sealed. I've got these rubber covers, as you can see, that cover the connection point, so it keeps the weather out and any debris, but it's really easy, not with one hand, it's fairly easy to unhook those, and you can take this camera away. If you're storing the RV hauler for any length of time, you can take that away, get it out of fast finger Louie's reach, so it doesn't go for a walk. Let me show you custom seat covers. Here we are inside a shadow. I'm going to show you some of the electronics. Before I show you the seat covers, there is the cab cam installation. It's got a little bit of a sun shroud around it. You can take that off if you want to. There we go, that we've got that installed flush in the dash. We've got still the protective plastic on the front. We'll pull that off before Jermaine comes. But we planned all of this layout in here in advance with Jermaine. We did some Zoom conference calls and just make sure that we had all of these items placed where he wanted them. So we've got 4 cell phone charging stations. We've got his tire pressure monitoring, CB radio. We control the inverter from in here. He wanted his GPS mounted in this location. We've got a speed and GPS aware dash camera. That one is a Garmin, just to record things that are happening out front of the RV hauler. We've got an upgraded stereo. So this is a modern one. It's got XM radio, you know, all the USB and even a 1/8 stereo input jack, so we can get music into this system. We've got a great subwoofer and sound system in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 8 speakers in here, including the sub. So it sounds awesome. Swinging around, let me show you what I am sitting upon. We are working now with a sheepskin supplier. We've chosen, these are, we haven't put them on the driver's seat yet. This is just on the passenger seat, and we haven't actually put them on. I just draped them on temporarily. We don't want to get them dusty while we're working in the truck. But yeah, it feels like you're sitting in the lap of an angel. Honestly, they're beautiful. And our supplier found some sheepskins that they have this silvery accent in it, and they're kind of a gray black that's in here, but they're matched really well. And I thought the silver goes quite well with the gray interior, so we'll be mounting those. There's some of the other ones just in the back. We haven't put them on yet. We've got our minimizer floor mats, so those are the form fitting ones that go from edge to edge all throughout the front. They catch any moisture drips, but they're easy to fold up as well and pull out and wash off. And if we snoop a little bit there, we can see Austin starting on another electronic upgrade. Let's go look at that next. We are right now behind the driver's seat. So there you go. Just so you can orient yourself. We've got the refrigerator right here, and Austin is doing an upgrade to the electrical system here. This is our CAN board system, affectionately called the flux capacitor. And you can see Austin is right in the midst of installing it. And what that's going to allow us is it allows a whole bunch of expansion. And let me tell you, yeah, right there across the bottom, let me tell you about some of the stuff that we're going to be expanding from this point. So that CAN board, I designed that, and I've loved it. It's been so handy. It is a great place, like a launch pad, an expansion system that allows me to install things like boogey lights. So there's controllers that'll run things like the boogey lights. It's also a great place for lighting expansion for signal lights. So it's at the other building right now, but we've got a drum box that we're building that's going to be going back here, the big 7-foot tall, 6-foot wide drum box. So we're going to be doing some indirect glow in behind that. So some LED lights are going to be installed around the back side of the drum box, kind of reflecting off the back of the truck. It looks awesome. Some of the other boogie lights that are being installed, we can see Joshua and Austin have been working up here. So we've got an indirect glow around the grill. So that's going to be pointing against the grill, or kind of against the radiator, creating an indirect glow. Joshua's also just finishing wiring. We've got boogey lights installed around the air intake of the hood. So he's just joining all of those together with some heat shrink, crimp connectors, and all of this gets loomed, as you can see. So every wire for the home run, when it gets pulled back, we'll have our boogey controller ran off of the CAN board. Of course, this is all fuse controlled. So again, a beautiful central location to run lighting expansion. What's also happening is Jermaine wanted to have some really good signal light capabilities. So we've got signal lights that are going to be installed across the top of the drum box. So we've got some, they're progressive signal lights. So when you turn on, say, the left signal light, it goes off to the side. It doesn't make that sound effect. I'm adding that. But the CAN board is a great place to run all of that stuff from. Fused, controlled, central, and you can, you know, troubleshoot it. You've got voltage meters. You've got great lighting built into that CAN board. It just saves us so much time. The boogey lights are also going to be installed underneath here. So it'll be running all along the underside of the sleeper. And, you know, just a couple little notes about installing LED lights is preparation is key. Making sure all of the surfaces are super clean is very important. And also, there's a product called an adhesion promoter that's mission critical to this. So not only does the surface behind, for instance, this air intake have to be cleaned immaculately, applying the adhesion promoter chemical back here makes those boogey lights stick and stay. That's the key. Stay and last. While I'm walking by, I'll mention another custom option. This is actually something we prepared for another RV hauler. It's not going to be installed on Shadow, but maybe we'll do a little demo of these custom CAN steps. Okay, Austin has volunteered to take a break from running wires, and let's show you what these CAN steps are all about. So again, you can see this is obviously off of a red truck. This is going on the RV hauler named Ruby, but these are we call them the CAN steps. It's got a gritty surface on the top, which is unpainted. It's actually a fiber-based product. We've got custom paint-matched sides. And where they go is over on the passenger side. So do you want to grab one of those, Austin? And just so people can get an idea of where they end up.
They don't really fit until we take off the original
step
pads.
We can't exactly get them on here, but what happens is these steps here, the aluminum steps that you see, get replaced with this bolt-on system. So you can see how it's kind of cut out. We can't quite get it all the way on there.
Just because the other steps are.
But what it does is it doubles the number of steps. So we've got one that's about 8 inches off the ground. It's level with the fairing, so it's not like it's sticking out, you know, too low. But it doubles the number of steps. It creates an interim step up to the floor height. So they're really lightweight, incredibly strong. And what's cool about these is this is all stainless hardware here that you see on the sides. These bolt together. So you take off, I'll kind of explain how they work. There's 4 bolts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take this step off, assemble this. It kind of comes in a flat package. We can ship these to you if you're interested in a set. And it bolts into the factory bolts. You can see we've got the same holes here as here. And that's how it works. They're a self-assembly. You can paint them yourself if you want to match your truck. Yeah, there's a little bit of the honeycomb strength system. And of course, they're super light. Like how heavy do you think that is, Austin?
Bag and a half of flour, so maybe like 30 pounds.
30-pound system.
30, maybe 40 pounds, yeah.
And we've, you know, this is an engineered strength product. And man, what do you think? We've put 400 pounds on these steps and literally bounced on them, and they work really well. So there's one of the customization things we've been doing recently. Well, thanks. I know I hit you rapid fire with a whole bunch of stuff that we've been doing, but I've had some requests from you folks here on YouTube to see more of the stuff we're doing in the shop. Less of the finished product, more of, Greg, you know, get us back in the shop and show you what we're doing. So I do listen. If there's something you want to see on the channel, I'm making these videos for you, right? I'm here to answer your questions and to show you content, give you ideas. Maybe you're building your own RV hauler. I want to share these product ideas with you and some of the best practices as well, whenever I can. So please use the comment section down below. Let us know what you want to see, and that'll help me guide my future videos. If you found this video helpful, you know what? It really helps me. We're really tiny. We're a small company. If you can give me a thumbs up, that really helps. And as well, if you want to see some of our future builds and some of the other custom things that are coming down the pipe, maybe subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, and please drive safe. I'm going to bring some other videos up here in a second. Maybe some of the other things that might be of interest to you. Thanks for watching.